Hey folks, Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be listening to this. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I wanted to talk about juicing, juices. Yes, the other day we talked about smoothies, so if you haven't caught that one, go back and listen to it. Juicing has a long history in the alternative, natural, or holistic sphere. You can find writings about it going back decades. There have been a lot of popular, infomercials and books about juicing and juicers and talking about how it's an important part of staying healthy or even recovering from some very serious issues. So many people out there have heard about juicing, but are confused. I mean, is juicing something everyone needs to do? Do you need to be having juices? Do they have magical powers? I mean, what's the situation here? So very briefly, let's talk about a smoothie. Is when you take a blender and you grind up whatever it is that you're putting into it, typically fruits and vegetables, right? You grind them up, all the fiber, all the pieces that you put in are included. This is in contrast to a juicer, which is going to use a juicing machine. And what happens is that it separates the juice that is in the fruit or vegetable from the fiber and all of the other parts of it, leaving you just with a juice. Now, the advantage of doing this is twofold. One, you concentrate the nutrition, much of the nutrition. So, for example, common one that everybody knows about, orange juice. The orange is taken, put through a juicer, and just the juice comes out of it. Now, in one glass of orange juice, you can have several oranges worth of nutrition. And that can be a positive thing. It can be a way to concentrate the amount of nutrition found in that fruit or that vegetable. For example, if you really needed to have a lot of the nutrition that was in oranges, it would be difficult to eat 6, 8, 10, 12 oranges would be a struggle for most people and undoable for many people. However, it's not that hard to drink 6, 8, 10, 12 glasses of orange juice. So similarly, we can concentrate a lot of the nutrition found in fruits and vegetables in a juice. The second part is that we can take the fiber out. Now, in general, fiber is a beneficial thing for people, but when people's digestions become significantly, let's just use the term, messed up, fiber can be problematic for people. So many people with significant digestive issues find that fibrous fruits and vegetables really give them trouble. And one way to still get the nutrition from fruits and vegetables without the problematic fiber is to use a juice. So we'll often use juices in the early phases, people with significantly messed up digestions, when we are looking to still get them some of that good nutrition without the fiber, which can be a problem. Now, fiber in general, for people whose digestive systems are working well, is a beneficial thing. So this comes back to some of the key mistakes that we saw with smoothies also apply to juices as well. The first one being fruit. Oh my gosh, is it healthy to have 6, 8, 10, 12 oranges worth of sugar in a drink? And the answer is no. So one of the mistakes, common mistakes, is people juicing loads of fruit and little to no vegetables. Again, same with a smoothie, it needs to be reversed. The majority of the juice should be from vegetables, with a relatively small amount coming from fruits to add flavor and some extra nutrition, but we want most of it to come from vegetables. The second mistake here is thinking there's some magic formula. You'll get books and you'll see, if you have this issue, you need, 6 stalks of celery and cucumbers and this specific thing and that specific thing. But if you have some other issue, well, now you need to completely change it up and there's some magical mixture. Now, certain fruits or vegetables can be more helpful in certain conditions, but honestly, guys, there is no magic here. The magic is in concentrating the nutrition that is in fruits and vegetables and taking that. Okay, so thinking there is some magical mix, not the case. Making things too complicated, like we talked about before. Now, one of the negatives that makes juicing not work well, can be needing a machine. They range from relatively inexpensive to very expensive. And of course, you're being pushed to get the more expensive ones. The cleanup time can be really significant for some of these, scrubbing away. I've done juicing in the past as part of experimentation and playing with things, and having to sit there with a filter and a toothbrush and clean it out afterwards is a giant chore. The other thing is it can certainly eat up a lot of produce. Now, one time I was doing a juicing regimen, and I showed up at the checkout counter in the supermarket, and the person behind me was joking that I bought the entire produce aisle. And it can be the case, because you, just in the same way that you're concentrating down the nutrition, you can go through quite a lot of fruit and vegetables in terms of a juicer. And so we need to recognize that that's the case. Like, it can get a lot, and it can get expensive for people if they're making juices, and it just needs to be a factor that time is going to be necessary to juice and to clean the machine, and amount, like cost here, an amount of produce that you need can be significant depending on what you're doing. Another factor that just needs to be put into the mix. So we've talked about one of the mistakes being too much fruit. One of the mistakes being that people thinking there's a magic formula. I guess it's not a mistake, but recognizing the time and effort that it's going to take to make juices is just another factor that people need to consider. And another mistake that people make is, in my opinion, thinking that juices are replacements. So again, juicing can be really helpful when people's digestion is really off. Juicing can be a helpful, if you will, supplement to a nutritious diet. But again, the same with smoothies. If you think that you can eat fast food and other junk food all day long and just throw in a juice and like magically counteract all of it, that's not the case. Yes, someone would be healthier if they're subsisting on junk food and fast food and they do take a juice than not doing it, but it doesn't make up for it. So juicing is often supplemental to a healthy diet. So thinking it's a replacement. And again, lastly, the difference here, the reason that I generally favor smoothies overall than juices is because you do get the fiber and other components of the food in a smoothie, and you don't get that in a juice. So often we recommend, if necessary, juices in the beginning of a person's healing phase when they maybe need more of that concentrated nutrition, or their digestive system just can't handle the fiber. And then later on, as things are improving, if we want to continue with this supplemental food-based nutrition, switching over more to a smoothie, getting more of the fiber and the other nutrients that come along with it in a person's diet. So in general, don't recommend juices for long-term use. Or if you're going to use it, it needs to be a supplement to a healthy whole foods-based diet. All right, folks, I hope that helps to clarify juicing for you, help you understand where it might fit in the process of your healing journey. Speaking of healing journeys, your next step, if you are interested in getting guidance, support, and help on your healing journey, let's have a conversation. Let's see if we are the right fit to work together. If you're dealing with digestive issues and autoimmunity, you're ready to get some help and support in that process, and you are friendly and coachable. If you can answer yes to those three questions, then we need to have a conversation. Let's have a chat. Let's find out more about what's going on for you, what the issues are, what goals you are looking to achieve. We only work with people we are confident we can help, so we'll let you know. If we're the right fit, we'll talk about next steps and we'll get going to help transform your life. And if we're not the right fit, that is okay. Again, we are not the right fit to work with everyone. We will still do our best to help you find the person who is the right match for you. So you have absolutely nothing to lose by having a conversation with us. We'll either find out we are the right fit, talk about next steps, or we'll find out we're not the right fit and we'll do our best to help you find the person who is the right fit. All you need to do is give us a call, send us a message, or drop us an email. We'll arrange to have a conversation. We'll see what's going on. We'll talk about what the best next step is for you. You'll leave our call feeling calm, confident, and happy because you will know the next best step for you. So please give us a call, send us a message, or drop us an email, and let's have a conversation. All right, folks, until next time, take care.